Well met, lords and ladies, Jacob Butter speaking, and welcome back to another episode of I just had like the fright of my life where I was just going, I was like, as soon as this video was about to start, I saw the notification that said like, your battery's running low. So I was like, wait a minute, I just plugged this in. What do you mean it's running low? What is going on? I need to like actually like scramble around to see like if the cable was working and whatnot. It was like there was part in the middle that was like, had come apart or something. You know that scene in Back to the Future where they put up where they're actually like setting up the cable. It turns out it partly comes off and Doc Brown's like slide down to actually connect it in the last possible second. That's what I kind of felt like just now. That was my experience a few moments ago. So yeah, glad you could so happy before you take a nap. So yes, I will stay hydrated. I need some hydration after that. As it turns out, you know what? Actually, staying hydrated might be good today because today it seems like this video might be made in thirst. I'm not entirely sure if that's the case, but I guess we'll see in a moment because today we're looking at the Rarest Alpha, episode 1. I thought the series was called the Rarest Alphas, actually, so maybe they get like, added later. I found this when I was looking up the word rare because I was looking up the series Rare before, and this came up as a result next to it, and I thought, I gotta tab this. So similarly to to Bond's experience here, see notification, one glance at the thumbnail, you drop everything. Note to self: the image of me burning to a crisp is good for the algorithm. Good to know. So yeah, yokai, yeah. This video is from 6 years ago. So yeah, this is definitely going to be interestingly composed. It seems even got the old Kind Master logo. That's yeah. That's. I know nothing about this aside from what I've expressed just now. It's from a channel called AlexandMaddie, I think. Or is it Maddie and Alex? I think it's AlexandMaddie. And this may be an example of somebody who started a channel first off and then joined with somebody else. I don't know if that's the case, but I suppose we're going to find out today. I was going to do another mini-muse stream, but through circumstances, I was not able to make that happen. But don't worry, still being worked on. A lot of stuff happened today and yesterday, by the way, with that. But either way, back to some good old-fashioned gacha for the time being. And I do mean old-fashioned gacha. So without further ado, on with the review. I immediately have the tone set for me. Oh, it's still going. Okay, I thought it was gonna like fade off after like like a few like a bar of 4, but no, I guess not. It was more like 4 bars of 4 actually. But anyway, okay, so it is AlexandMaddie. All right, so there we go. Now we get regular landscape mode, which is still cropped at the sides, so it's still not properly like like worked into the aspect ratio, but it's closer than the intro. So I've got to assume they don't know how to resize dimensions of things. Anyways, hey guys, welcome to our channel. And we hope you enjoy the rarest alphas. Oh wow, they've got Alex says alphas with an apostrophe being possessive. But Maddie says rarest alphas with the S there. So yeah, this is again the Rarest Alpha is the title of the first episode. But like I said, the series is definitely the Rarest Alphas. If you go to the original video, it does show the Rarest Alpha as titles. That's not a typo by me or anything. So I also love how it just goes like original. It's hard to say that anything with the word alpha in the title is wholly original. I say as somebody who has a series with the alpha in the title. But yeah, just don't do it usually. But anyway, so it's either the Rarest Alphas and somebody belongs to the Rarest Alpha, which is entirely possible with this genre of content, or there are multiple alphas that are all collectively the rarest. I guess we'll find out which one is correct, whether Alex or Maddie. Place your bets now. Oh, okay. Apparently it was Alex who was correct because the Rarest Alphas is still got an apostrophe here. Okay. I'm Aubrey and I'm Piper. That's right. I am both of these characters simultaneously. We are neither Goku nor Vegeta. I guess. Also, I should have said Aubrey and Piper. We had the best life was gouged out of, DID system. I mean, you know what? Actually? That would be an amazing plot twist. That would be an amazing plot twist, by the way, if it turns out that everything that we see within like a certain series that takes place in like a specific like a location that seems to like, like have like randomly new structures or something after a certain amount of time or something, and only one person seems to be, off screen at any given moment because they're like in control of something. And the plot twist is that everyone was an alter inside, and the whole series takes place inside like a headspace. That'll be like a Shyamalan, like, early 2000s Shyamalan level twist, I would say, in a series. I would love to see that happen. Anyway, we had an awesome family. And a bunch of stuffed animals, which I can vouch. My cousin definitely had a setup like that a few years ago. We always hung out and went on adventures together. One day we were at the park with our dad. The same park that one day would have Hades appear in it. A man tried to hurt us the second the dad turned his back. I mean, talk about timing here. Obviously, don't go and harm random children, but if you see their parent millimeters away, what are you even doing? A man tried to hurt us by staring at the distance and watching the fact that our dad was frozen in place while he got into position. Look out! I somehow didn't see him before! Our dad protected us from us. So this DID system is a little bit more expansive than I originally thought it was. Oh my. So yeah, the dad had to walk away to give him a chance, but then obviously, because he has peripheral vision and or hearing, he's got 4 ears for crying out loud, he can hear stuff. He was able to zoom right back in. Duh. He knew that if he killed us, he would get our power. I assume that you mean like the man who tried to hurt you would get your power, not like your dad suddenly learned in that moment, I can get stronger. I'm gonna guess. Yeah, alright. How does father fight the altar without fighting the host? Well, from the systems that I've talked to, actually, it is possible to have like, like in headspace fighting between different altars, because that's not harming the host like physical body. I'm not sure that produces headaches or something. I don't know. I'd have to check, but I don't know. The one system that had like a very like unstable number of altars actually no longer exists. So I guess we might never know the answer. Uncle Expo's made a return. Good old Basil Exposition. Yep. I need the power of those alphas. We were very rare alphas. Our mum is a bunny. I gotta guess because of the, because of the ears and not matching the dad. Girls run. Is that a statement? They meant girls, comma, run. Not like girls run as a general concept. Yes. Mm-hmm. Okay, I have to buy some milk for the fam. I just turned around for a single millisecond. Exactly, it does feel like that. Oh, on the outside implies the dad's part of the system, which has implications. Sounds like if someone said that about two children IRL. I mean, it would sound yuck in general if you like saying like I need like your power. You know, hello, random child. I require your power. Give it to me, please, in the form of your life. That's gonna be weird no matter who you are. Our dad is a wolf and alpha. Oh, so bunny alphas are rare in this world because of the combination between the two. Okay, okay, now I'm starting to get the picture. All right. We shouldn't have survived when we were born, but it was a miracle we did. That's another detail, by the way. Apparently, mixed species are a rarity in this world, similar to B-stars, but for different reasons. Okay. I mean, that's not so bad. I mean, I guess it's still definitely tell, don't show, but at least it's interesting world building, if nothing else. How does that work in terms of the food chain? Oh, you haven't seen Beastars, have you? How does it how it works in terms of the food chain is essentially like the biggest societal question across that entire series. Resurrect cacti quickly, holy bunnies escalated quickly. Okay, you say that. A man did just try to kill them. This was the day we found out people wanted our powers because some guy who attacked us blurted out that he wanted our powers. It's Anna. Oh my goodness. Yeah, I think Kid Abby's already left by now, but oh well. If she hadn't. Are we still saying girls run the whole time? Like they were still running off, and he was still saying girls run, girls run, girls run, girls run, girls run, girls run the whole time. She wants her fairy wings back. I can't blame her, you know? Would have come in really, really handy for what happened to her. I will find them and kill them to get that power. I will find him. I will find him. I will find him! Anyway. By the way, if this is being narrated by the two girls, how do they know that that this part happened? How do they remember these exact words that were being said if it's from their perspective? The situation, the music. Yeah, I'm giving the music a bit of leeway this time because as a flashback, I can imagine that the tragic music, like the montage music, would be like something you get like you would have a bit of flexibility with, but yeah, I don't know. Nothing like a deer in headlights. Again, a wolf and a deer, two of the main characters in Beastars. Did he just turn his back to shoot him? What was the point of that? just like you want to show off or something. Okay, but show off to who? The person you're going to show off to is about to die. Stay strong, girls. Also, well, I bleed a lot for one shot. About that. Rum-de-dum-de-dum-dum. Ah! I guess it is kind of like that, in fairness. Hey, how much emergency? Those inside exploded. How do you even get a part of him to get? Yeah, exactly. I remember our wedding like it was yesterday, my darling. We were both so happy, but then you exploded. You really ought to stop doing that. Have a 2-year-old toddler with you. Yeah. Would have taken a longer to run. We were all of a sudden, but they never found it. What do you mean they never found his body? He was lying there on the ground. Do you mean that like, they call like the paramedics and the paramedics took the body away and lost it in the hospital? What kind of clerical error is that? They never found his body. It was there. It was. They don't just get up and walk away, you know. Kind of famous for dead people not to do that. Anyway. This would be a good plot for my web series I make in a few years. I highly doubt that. I'm not sold on this plot so far. I'm sold on the world building, don't get me wrong, because, you know, in the I mean the ABO genre doesn't require many new additions. Trust me, it is very oversaturated. But within there, you don't often, at least to my very limited knowledge of it, get that much variation in terms of species involved in this, because it's usually, obviously, it's a wolf thing, right? So a bunny being involved like this and actually, you know, passing on like an alpha trait of some kind, that's kind of interesting. But like, I don't know. It's been a year, baby. It's going to be indie horror. I mean, that's one way of describing this, I suppose. This is the moment our mum told us about our powers. You mean we could have saved him? Ooh. Ever since then, we had to cover our marks. Wait, what? Why? Okay, surely, even if they didn't know about their powers before, if the marks symbolize that they are alphas, you know, mark of the alpha or whatever, then surely, like, they would have like had to cover that. It's okay. For comparison, take Supernatural Academy, right? I don't know if anyone knows that show or that book series, but I think it's a book series, right? Yeah, it's based on a book series. Yeah, so the two main characters there, also twins, by the way, Misha and Jessa. They also have I'm just realizing how similar this plot story actually is now. They also have a marking, you know, like it's on their arms basically, but they're what's called dragon marked in that story. And it turns out, you know, that, you know, there's like, you know, dragon marked children can be born to any sort of parentage, and they're supposed to be reported and then taken away to like a cluster to stay inside. No one knows quite the reason why, because it was like harness the power of the dragon queen. It's a whole thing in the story, but basically, you know, it's a classic don't question authority situation, do the thing that's right. So in order to protect the two of them, their dragon marks are hidden until, you know, it's no longer like visible or something. And they are separated. One of them goes to live in like the human world in order to protect them and you know, keep their powers separate because prophecies and such, you know, classic situation here. But the point I'm trying to get is that the dragon mark covering happened when they were babies. It took a very powerful healer to do that, you know, but it was clearly possible, and if you're able to cover your mark that easily in this case, because it was on your face, not your arm, it must be difficult. But if you're able to do that, then why not do that from the beginning and explain this to them much sooner, like the second they like have to like go out because it's very important for them. You know, could have probably saved your husband there. Anyway, those powers, those better he didn't even have powers. He just looked weird. I mean, yep. Okay, you're not really covering your marks very well. I do appreciate like the time montage. That's one thing you don't get that often, like in gachas nowadays, like a time montage of characters growing up over the years. Usually they happened in the form of in the form of like a, you know, montage after like the main events, if as the couple get together and you see like a, you know, them together over the years or something. But this works too, arguably better, I would say. I think even like Across the Spider-Verse did that with Gwen, actually, and like a whole montage, like a year's worth of images, you know, of everyone like in different outfits, and you know, and Gwen sitting like that one spot consistently. You know, it can work pretty well, is what I'm saying. And as for your character next episode, there you go, there you go. Yeah, I have read the script for that. I was recording mini musical today, but yeah, I read the script for that, and I see that things are different. And I believe one of my characters has been renamed, unless I'm getting I'm getting the name, the character wrong. But I'm pretty sure that he's been renamed, and that's why he's called that now. People kept finding out secret. Yeah, because the mark. I thought the marks were the cheek marks. No, the marks are their eyes, their heterochromia, which is why they have eye patches. Hooray! A trend I don't miss. Rename to go off the radar. He didn't exactly change that many letters, but fair enough. It's our first day at a new school. I thought it was somebody, like, about to walk into their dorm room or something. Then immediately has a target on their back. I think it might have to be like that specific heterochromia, like that specific like eye in particular. But I don't know, maybe not. Wake up! That's probably where I've changed the music personally. Also, did she explode and teleport away? I have more questions than just summoning the amplifier. My question first. Ooh. I suddenly feel tempted to try making them my style. That seems to be every old Gacha video, apparently. I wonder how that's gonna go with mini Muse, actually. Because people are making new stuff now, but yeah. I'm a rabbit, exactly. Oh, did you see the volume up there? You see the volume adjustment that happened. I don't think I've seen that since like a couple of Bond's old videos. Anyway, after the bath. Just one dive into the tub. Yeah, I could never have a bath in the morning because I would just sink and never come out again. After they both got ready for school. I do like how AlexandMaddie taking turns being the narrator, I suppose. Is a concussion, yeah. Signs and shallow ends. Something, yeah. Okay, so what's the uniform exactly? Because they seem to have, the same color palette, but like in opposite places. Is that part of the uniform? You can just like, these are the school colors, but customize them as you please. Is that the rule here? Hi guys. Yeah, definitely needs to do it that way. Also, wow, this music is swelling way too much. You have to go see the principal's office. I guess because they're enrolling late. Oh wow, I forgot that Amulet was one of the names in the randomizer in Gacha. Yeah. Say, I am ascending. Off to school. A mortal in an all-angel school has to ascend every day to get to class. Oh, all right. Getting into gear, I suppose. We should ask them for directions before they teleport and warp reality again. That's a fair idea. The principal's office, yes, I assumed. Yeah, sure. Hi, I was wondering if you could show... Yeah, I don't care, can you go away? girls, gross. But it could at least be nice about it. With powers like those and that big a target, there's no way they should go to public school. Yeah, well, apparently they keep trying to do that. It's like Percy Jackson, you know? Clearly, homeschooling was never an option. Although, to be fair, if it was homeschooled, they'd put up a smelly gate for years, so maybe not. I still don't care. You're really rude. You know that, right? Why don't you go? Oh, she continued while he was like getting into position. Oh yeah. Stupid. All right. By the way, this is a nice detail. By the way, Grayson was outside talking to Amulet before, so you know he was already established visually. Make like Charlie and break his nose. Ha! But Bon, what nose? He. Alan. As is the student body president. Grayson, office now. Oh, so they're going to show them the way to the office anyway. Also, I just realized, you know, we've got two twins there. We've got two wolves, I suppose, that are, you know, are like, you know, the seeming bad boy tropes. Okay, I see where this is going. And they're all going to the principal's office together. Yeah, all right. What's better than one contrived romance? Are you okay? Yeah, I'm fine. My eye patch just switched eyes for a second, but other than that, I'm perfectly hunky-dory. Hi, I'm Addison. Hi, it's Aiden.
Hi, I'm Aiden. Hello, I'm Chucky. Wanna play?
Yeah, so we're about halfway through the video, by the way.
Yeah. Had technical difficulties. My PC had to update, then my mic didn't work for me. It was a whole thing.
Yeah, no, that's fair enough. So what you missed is you know, these two characters had, you know, had the perfect life, you know, wonderful parents, wonderful
perfect life,
everything.
not live, not life, live, perfect live.
Yes. So and then a random person attacked them at the park when the dad turned his back for like 2 seconds. The dad came in to intercept the attack because, you know, he wanted to, like, you know, get the power of these two because their dad's you know, an alpha wolf, right?
Mm-hmm.
And their mother is a bunny, and apparently that in this world makes a very rare combination, hence the name of the series. Mm-hmm. So they wanted to harness this their power, and after verbally declaring such, they decided to you know, the guy pulls out a firearm, shoots the dad. The girls have run away by this point. We see a person arrive who was able to dial 911. But the next scene, we find out they never found his body for some reason, despite the fact
that they get his body.
Clearly found his body.
The person who called 911 stole the body and dragged it away.
It's also kind of weird because like this is like it was like a flashback from the perspective of Aubrey and Piper specifically, and they had just run away before that all happened. So how'd they know how it went down?
Oh yeah, so wouldn't it make actually
that
that's
was a part
easily
for us, and then.
Yeah, but would that be able to easily excuse the whole calling 911 because we assume 911 wasn't called and therefore the body wasn't found?
Either that or the 911 was for us, the audience, and it turns out, you know, the Alpha Wolf's body was donated to science, or the call was intercepted, and they were lied to it about never finding his body. It's like, oh no, we never knew what happened to him. Yeah. I don't know. But since
also,
then they've had to like
I don't have my profile on this PC because I don't have the file. I don't have the file. The image file at the moment. I'm sure it's in my DM somewhere, but I'll get it later.
Yeah. So ever since then, they've had to like hide their alpha marks via eye patch, but also they had like stains on their cheeks, and they've only just recently started covering those up. So apparently they kept on getting caught because obviously if the cheek marks are a giveaway. And so they had to go from like school to school basically, and this is their first day at a new school where one of them asked for directions, and then the guy lashed out, like, saying like, "Go away, I don't care," whatever. It's like, "Oh no, you're rude. How dare you?" Slap. And that's what we got to right now. He's just been sent to the principal's office where they were also going.
Yeah.
So, and then other boy, like, also, like,
Also, if you're trying to hide your alpha marks, why'd you pick the prettiest eye patch as possible? Like, not a normal eye patch. No, it has to be the beautiful star with a rose in the middle eye patch.
I mean, okay, ignoring my hatred for eye patches for a second and being objective here, I can actually sort of see where they're coming from there, because if you have to wear an eye patch, if you're like, I don't know how old these characters are, but if you had to like wear an eye patch,
15 maybe, I don't know. Probably.
All it said was public school, didn't say what kind of school. I have no idea. But either way, if you're of school-going age and you're forced to wear an eye patch on your face, I would imagine that you want to you want to beautify it in that sense. Make it somewhat adorable, despite the fact that I imagine that a flower of that kind on an eye patch would flop eventually. But that's just me. If I didn't use an eye patch for injury, would I still have a problem with it? No. I mean, I have already complained about eye patches for injuries because I know the ulterior motive behind that in Gacha was like, I want to have a character wear an eye patch because this is very cool and not an overused thing in the slightest, and so they excuse like any sort of minor injury to require an eye patch, basically, or it's like, oh yes, you got a black eye, have a patch,
Braxis canonically had one of his eyes slashed. Braxis canonically had one of his eyes slashed. Could have thrown an eye patch on him theoretically.
Yeah,
I didn't, but I could have.
It goes back even further. Pop had her eye, punched, and it was bruised in the following episode in 2019. That's how far back this goes. and I made a point to show that it was like slowly healing, but she didn't bother putting an eye patch on it.
Oh my god, no, you should have included a joke about them offering her an eye patch in the nurse's office and her thinking that's weird.
Look, honestly, Aiden, back then, just having her not wear an eye patch was enough of a subversion that by itself was humorous to me.
Fair enough.
Yeah.
I got this character. Hi, my name is Piper, and this is my sister, Ombre.
Ombre? Man in Spanish. Is
that how you say your name? Ombre?
Well, I would say Aubrey, but I'm guessing like Aubrey would be the way to say it in American accent. Like the Pitch Perfect character.
My sister name is Aubrey. Oh yeah.
The same with his eye starts to bleed in the hallway fight. Look, we've already seen, but yeah.
Anyways,
I know what his face is.
Offices. I need to know.
Yeah, it's right there, where they all just left and went to when I sent those two boys, and their friend also.
Oh my god! Wait, did you reference Midas when they were sending him to the principal office? You should have referenced Midas. How do I say his name? Sharkboy Lava Girl.
Oh right, yeah, sorry, I thought it's like Midas from the upcoming Music Girl, but no, you mean like Minus, aka Linus, yeah. Send it to the principal's office and have him expelled. Yes, no, yeah, perfect, yeah. I see what you mean now. Also, can we be friends? Of course. Hi.
We all sound like this in the family.
We sound like that now. We're alphas, you see. It's in our nature to talk like this. Wait. Watch out for Grayson and Alan, who are also there.
I mean, I'm not concerned.
Yeah, I think she know. I think they both know they're trouble, considering that that you just sent them to the principal's office in front of their very eyes.
Oh.
Wasn't Grayson the kid? Wasn't the Grayson kid the one who tried to protect me? He's not usually like that. Just watch out.
Does he normally beat up innocent people? Okay, bye. Bye.
I hope I don't get hurt.
Why is she looking at she's like, man, I really hope they don't get hurt. That's how her face is giving. Oh God.
The power of puberty.
Oh.
Yes.
She doesn't even have a name.
Principal. No. Her name is Principal. She is Principal.
Oh God, it's like Nicole from Amazing World Gumball. Her first name is Doctor.
Yeah, that's true. Hi, girls.
Have we seen a pink-haired character yet? Should she get the Fred voice? No, because her hair's closest to pink. Have we?
We're sort of pushing it here a little bit, but she does have cat ears, so
I don't know.
All right, fine.
I like the Fred voice.
So, I believe you two are the new students. New students.
Wow, that's a very weird thing to say.
Yup. That's us.
So I'm gonna cut straight to the point. So I'm not gonna be on screen for too long, unfortunately. We know you requested a 2-person dorm. Also, this is a boarding school. Apparently, that wasn't
wait a minute. This is public school. This is the boarding school. Why would we have dorms? Wait a minute.
It's a public boarding school. That's a thing now.
I don't think that's a thing.
Well, it should be.
I guess structurally there is no reason why it couldn't be a thing. But yeah, it is a strange anomaly, I suppose. Maybe they run out public schools and they now have to finally pay. And that's why. Yeah.
No, it's a public school bond.
It's not.
We have established the public school.
I would say, I guess it's not only boarding schools that have uniforms, but then I remembered that, yeah, they called 911 earlier, implying they live in the US, where they don't have uniforms in most schools. So, yeah.
Unless in private schools.
Yeah. Well, private schools do their own thing all the time anyway. That part makes sense. Yeah. Anyway.
We know you requested a 2-person dorm. But there are none left in the girl dorms.
Wait, okay, so one of two things is going to happen right now.
So
one of two things is going to happen right now. Yeah, either they're going to stay with the boys, or alternatively, they're going to get because there's none left in the girl dorms, they're going to get a 2-person dorm, but in the boys' corridor.
I mean,
linguistically,
to be honest, that doesn't sound very bad.
Option is viable right now.
I mean, it's not as bad as actually dorming with a guy, especially if you're gonna have to dorm with Grayson and Alan.
Yeah, so I do remember actually that, you know, on school trips, because I never went to a boarding school myself, but on school trips, obviously we have different rooms or something, and obviously there was never a co-ed thing, but there was always one corridor, so but they'd be scattered everywhere. You could have a girls' room here, boys' room there, etc. Teachers at the bottom over there somewhere, whatever. That was that was the kind of the format basically, and yeah, no one seemed to, no issues arose from that. So it doesn't have to be like Code Lyoko was separate corridors for each of them that cannot be traversed at any cost. It's sort of stay out of the dorms, I guess, when you're not supposed to or something. Although that was the first time that I ever, aside from Code Lyoko, where I sort of like questioned and realized like, okay, what like yeah, it's all fine and good to have like, you know, single gendered like dorm rooms or whatever. But what about gay people? Do they not consider that? If that's what they're worried about, if that's their concern,
they don't exist according to those kind of shows in general sense. They just
I guess
yeah, they're non-existent.
I guess. Yeah, I guess that they're to credit the school trip. I suppose we were all like, you know, like 12 to like 14, 15. I can't remember like how like what the year group like disparity was at the time, but something around that time. So I guess the vast majority of people may not have, you know, come to that conclusion just yet if it did apply to them. And yeah, no one in my secondary school, we were relatively small, but you know, no one in my secondary school, from what I remember, was outwardly gay. That doesn't necessarily mean that they weren't gay. It just means that I guess, you know,
you didn't.
But yeah,
know.
just never seemed to happen. That was in my year group specifically. It could have happened.
Oh my god, Jacob! I just realized something. Aubrey?
There was an intersex student actually, a couple of grades below me. So I don't know what they did. Sorry,
they were in their own unique dorm in between both dorms. They had like a middle room in the middle.
They had the wall.
No, but seriously though, I just realized. Look at Aubrey's ear, whatever. Look at her ear, human ear. She has a pierced.
Oh no,
human ear.
Yeah, Piper. Well, all of the characters here, except for the principal, have exposed human ears. So that's
yeah, but it makes it worse when you make the human ear that shouldn't exist pierced. Why do you have an extra set of ears? Why are you drawing attention to it with the piercing?
Yeah, members of Empress Cub, of course.
Her pierced human ears that she doesn't have.
Yeah. Don't assume if the school's actually full. I get the impression it's not exactly full per se.
The only room left is with Anna Grace.
What? No!
It's not your choice.
This is kind of like the thing was like, yes, how to deal with bullying. Force the bully and bullied in close proximity until they become friends.
This sounds like a horrible idea. They're just gonna get beat up or murdered. Why?
It's either you go back home or you join with them.
Oh, okay, fine. Thank you. Fine.
I don't need an education. Let's go home, guys.
I was wanting to be homeschooled.
Wait, why did they just do that?
I'm.
Oh yeah, I mean,
didn't homeschool them.
Wait, how? I mean, if they can walk to school, do they walk to school?
They walked on the way here, I suppose. So yeah.
Okay, then yeah, Bond's right. Commute to school. You don't have to stay here if you don't need to.
Yeah, there seems to be a little bit of a possible misinformation regarding boarding schools that is prevalent in the Gacha community, which is that they believe that, you know, if you attend a boarding school, doesn't matter if you live right next door to it, you have to dorm there. You
have to board at the school, even if you don't need to. You have to board there, even if you like go outside your house and go there immediately.
Yeah, so I'm sure that there are some schools that exist like that, but at least again, go back to Code Lyoko, Catholic Academy had the option of boarding and also not boarding, so it really depended basically. And that which is probably the better system, to be honest. You know, better for enrollment and, you know, other things. But yeah.
I mean, it's like colleges too. Like colleges, you could either choose to board or not board in a college.
Yeah, well, by college, you're supposed to be like legally an adult, so you know, basically.
But it's up to you if you want to.
You're somewhat on your own, but they give you options. Yeah.
Yeah, they don't be like, no, you have to board at this college. Who cares if it's a 5-minute drive from your house? You have to board here. That's them rules. Give us extra money.
Yeah. Can we talk about it first?
Yes, of
No.
course. But I've already filled the paperwork, so it don't matter.
Oh, we got your money. Actually, wait, it's public school. You don't give us money. Never mind. I don't know how to say her name. How do we agree her name was said?
Well, in your accent, Aubrey.
Aubrey, okay. Aubrey, we don't have a choice.
Again, I don't know if you've seen Pitch Perfect, but yeah, leader of the bottom, Bella's in the first movie.
Aubrey, I know we don't want to rule with the bullies that we're inevitably going to fall in love with, but we have to board with them.
We're gonna board with the bully.
We need to do it.
Them fully.
We have no choice, even though I'm sure we can find another school. But ignore that part. Also, by the way, we're like looking out at a city. Apparently, I didn't know we were near the city. Why is this background?
Look, this is
my office building.
Because this is the office background. I mean, it's the principal's office. In all fairness, so this, you know, that does sort of track. But yeah, this is they don't use it like for like, you know, like work office, like, you know, like situation like for like, you know, my boss is my, you know, husband or lover or whatever it might be, you know, those videos. That's what this background tends to appear the most. But it is an office background in general.
Don't date your boss. It's creepy, and power imbalance and predatory. So don't do that. Don't do that.
Yeah, I think I remember like seeing a video recommended called like "My Boss Is My Ex-Husband" or something, which I forgot to check out.
Okay, that also seems like a bad working environment. Do not work for your ex-husband. Find another job, please.
I think that's the point of the. I think that's the point of the story. I think the point of the story is that you know, main character gets a new job and she finds out that her ex-husband is the CEO there or something. How she didn't realize that, or what company he worked with before getting promoted to CEOs, I don't know yet. Maybe there's a reason they divorced. They just never talked about their lives. I don't know. I haven't seen it yet, but seems like their marriage had a few other issues aside from, you know, just the obvious. Anyway, okay, we'll do it. But were I the same room? What?
Sister, I don't think that's proper English.
Yeah, like.
Yes.
We'll do it. They can dorm with us.
I guess you also have a right to say no, but I guess you could also leave the school. Oh God, I don't want to. Wait,
the room is too small. I mean, I question why there were 2 empty beds there, but aside from that, the room's too small.
Wait, why were there 2 empty beds in presumably a boys' dorm that's only meant to fit 2 people? Wait, you're giving the upgrade.
Oh, right. I see now.
Wait, why don't you upgrade a girl's
Just give
room?
the girls the upgraded room.
What?
Just give the girls like the room designed before. Do you have a quota to me? Is it only possible for a room to be occupied by 4 people under every possible circumstance?
Oh,
what
God.
do you mean?
Principal. I don't think that tracks logically.
I mean, I know I'm a bunny, but you're leaping in logic a lot today.
We have a penthouse dorm that is open.
Wait, you have a penthouse? Why is there a penthouse in the school? Why is there a penthouse in the school? How does that work? Excuse me? Do you know what a penthouse is?
So this is a public school that forces boarding and has a penthouse as an option to board in it. Okay, getting the picture here. I gave this video a compliment for its world building before. Do not maybe take that back. I have to.
Hey, but you need to be safe. People who pay extra for a dorm.
Okay, so this might actually be a private school then.
Oh god. Why? Wait, why can't we just have the penthouse alone? Why do we need a room? Why do we need a room with them? Is there a reason?
As for you, Alan, I know you got in trouble just now. As punishment, have an upgrade to your room that's not luxurious and reserved for people to pay extra. You're a VIP now. Think about what you've done. Go to your room that's now luxurious. I believe you guys have met Addison.
How could you possibly know? Oh, I guess maybe because Alan and Grayson got sent here by Addison, they might have said why they were here. That's probably why.
Addison will be giving you guys a tour today.
Isn't that Grayson slumps down as if it like affects him in the slightest?
Oh no, you're going on a tour. I can't handle it.
Let's go. Let's go.
It's a me, Addison.
Oh, don't worry, because we skipped the tour. Don't worry about having the tour because there's no tour now. And this is our last stop, the dorms.
Wow. Who's that lady there? Does she belong to the dorms?
I'm guessing she's some kind of like, like registrar person or like, the equivalent like an RA or whatever. Oh, or a key. So yeah. So go collect your keys. Piper and Aubrey Smythe.
Here are your keys. Dispensing keys. Beep boop. I'm a robot. Wow.
That is Aubrey, that is a board.
This is it. Our dorm where we have a room with 2 boys. Also for a suite, there are a lot of doors here. This doesn't look like it
I know.
would be
like, normally
like a
normally
hallway.
the
I don't think this is where
is like at the highest. Normally the penthouse is like on a floor by itself, like on like the highest point, basically. There's like a display of like status or whatever. So yeah,
I don't understand how penthouses work.
Created this. I don't know if AlexandMaddie knew what penthouse meant.
It's so big. That's what she said.
I almost hesitate to like pause and let you say that line, but yeah. Well, it is a penthouse, allegedly.
Yeah, allegedly right.
Let's go get the best room, unless it was claimed by the 2 boys we're rooming with, in which case they probably already got here before we finished the tour.
Wow, we're like tiny in this kitchen. Who's this kitchen made for?
Yeah, I know, right?
Wow, it feels like this living room belongs to the Mays. Like Morwenna May for some reason. I don't know why.
I don't know.
Of course.
I don't know who that is. There are no mutants with multiple ears. It can never coincide. Yeah.
I agree,
Is
Bon.
it even a vent that contains all my pent-up anger as it ever vent does? Yeah, I guess. And yep, like I said, of course they're in here.
Isn't this awkward?
It sure is awkward, as I assume the brown shirt was an attempt to make the character shirtless. Except it failed because it's not even the same shade as the rest of his skin.
Wow, what's wrong with your skin? I've heard a farmer tan, but this is ridiculous. Oh god.
Exhibit A, the problem. Yes, the classic walk into character while changing anime trope. which I've seen less and less of in modern anime recently. So I guess that's on the way out, thankfully.
Wow. Yeah. Unsi. Welcome to Club Ice. We have penthouses here, even though there's not a penthouse.
We have rebranded as a school. And now we accept people and you have to board here. We force you to.
Unsi. Welcome to Club Boarding School. Club Ice Boarding School. Unsi.
We have to fill the spaces in the most mathematically probable way possible. So if we can have an empty room with 4 people or a full room with 4 people, we cannot do both. Okay, so that was.
Oh, that was awful.
That was the rarest. Yeah, I love how you were here for like half the video. The other half was about them and their backstory and like the fact that they are again like the rare alphas in the first place, that and why they're to hide their marks and everything. Also, we don't find out what their powers are, which I guess might be a mystery. I'll benefit the doubt. I'm going to say that might be like a mystery going forward as to what their powers actually are. They probably never like experimented with them because they don't want to like, give away what they can do. So maybe they were told never to use them or something, conceal, don't feel, yada, yada. So yeah, maybe that's a mystery that's for later, but it seems strange to bring up you found about your powers and they never thought about anything about that ever since, but maybe they did. Maybe they just skipped over that part in the montage. As for the rest of it, what we didn't skip in here was quite interesting. Where it seems like the boys, I guess you would think like, oh yes, the punishment for 2 teenage boys who have caused trouble is to force them into a room with 2 teenage girls. Yes, the ultimate.
That they also had a conflict with. Noting that.
Yes. So once again, going back to the whole thing of like forcing you to spend time with the bully and bullies together, as if that often fixes the situation. It most of the time it does not. I think I actually
does. Trust.
What once when I was at a camp at one point, like a summer camp, I actually I reported like 3 people for like making fun of me or something, and then we had like a long discussion about everything. With the monitors, and then eventually it was decreed that we were to spend like as much time as possible around each other, which of course meant that I, trying to like abide by the rules, was the one following them around constantly, post-reporting them. Let's just say that the last quarter of the camp was not as fun as the previous parts that came before it.
Oh god.
So yeah. Didn't go as planned. I guess it was like only like a couple of days that I was, that I was doing that. And I also wasn't boarding there. We were all commuting. So, it wasn't as bad, but I guess in this situation, it's like, oh yeah, you gotta like either you're gonna get my experience amplified and with no privacy, or you're going to get the experience of like, okay, exposure therapy, they're eventually gonna get used to each other. Or I guess they go option 3. Some sort of massive blow up or something where one of them or both of them end up revealing their powers at the same time, and that that becomes how they become exposed and they almost have to leave the school again. Any option is viable for this series, but yeah, everyone, you'll be pleased to know there are 7 more episodes of this, so this is not a one-off I just found randomly tabbed. This is gonna be a regular installment now, it seems. So.
The first episode is so promising. Can't wait for future episodes and the quality of them. Oh no.
Yeah. Yeah. So I'm at least hoping they figure out like how to fix the aspect ratio before this, and maybe replace the intro that was actually done in portrait mode. I forgot to mention that to you before.
Oh, fun.
Yeah. I know that at the very least with this, they even if they said they didn't like skimp out on any of like the walking cycles, which you would think for a gacha of this caliber they would absolutely attempt to do. There was some sense of like, okay, at least we're gonna try our best with what we know Gacha is able to do in order to like put this forward, but then again built on a rocky foundation. So yeah, good luck with that. Oh well,
there is no foundation. The foundation has been eroded away by rain.
Yeah, well, if you want to, a good example of people like pushing the limits of what they know is like able to what they know they're able to do. We're definitely gonna start. We're gonna start the visual editing at some point. I've got some audio editing still to do, but visual editing.
Oh yeah, I can't wait for the scene one of the audio editing. Scene one audio editing is going to be interesting.
Well, I mean, if you want, if you want that sooner, then that's gonna then we might have to sacrifice my contribution to that.
No, it's fine. We could wait a minute for that. I want it to be awesome.
All right. Yeah.
Plus, I'm gonna do scene 2. Scene 2 is the scene I'm gonna do. I don't know what scene you're gonna do. After, first.
Well, I mean,
there's always the song.
Yeah, you did say you didn't want to do the song, so yeah, I guess I'll try that. Given that you want to do the parts separately, even though it's the same scene, but we'll see.
Don't worry, I'll let the first part, and then yes.
The song was written and recorded today. The episode was written yesterday and recorded also today. So a lot of progress has been made. So we're hoping to get this thing out, and then we'll in the meantime probably check out. We'll see if there's some more Mini Muse stuff that's come out since then. Maybe start some Mini Muse reviews or something. If there are things. We did, well, all I could find was the development logs and a couple of shorts, basically, or people like exploring the early access. So there's nothing much at the moment from people, but I guess we'll see going forward. They chose like an actual like wave of creators, like a whole like wave of VTubers from a studio, but like they're like a wave of different people. It's like, I'm going to be seeing content from them very soon, but I guess I guess now they're still like in preparation for that. So at some point there's going to be a wave of people, but maybe not entirely just yet. But yeah, that's all I can really say for now. That's all there really is to say regarding this. So yeah, gonna go continue with that and also eat. So yeah,
yes,
please leave a like or
dislike
because
you do the outro. Yes.
Yeah, because your opinion matters, and Sky have done so already. And on that note, until next time, farewell.